So, starting with first thing first, what is spirulina? Spirulina is basically a blue-green color algae that grows on the surface of ponds and lakes. It is basically a biomass of cyanobacteria. Now, cyanobacteria is a multi-celled organism. It is a photosynthetic bacteria, which means that it uses the process of photosynthesis to form that blue-green algae. So, photosynthesis means that cyanobacteria uses the light from the sunlight and converts that light energy into chemical energy, what we see as that biomass, the blue-green algae on the surface of the ponds and lakes. So cyanobacteria is a good bacteria which is good for human beings. It is good for our gut microbiome as well, and also for our overall health. So we are talking about spirulina in today's time as a health tonic, but spirulina is not new to human beings. It was discovered almost 500 years ago. It was in fact discovered by Hernando Cortes and his Spanish conquistadors in the year 1519. At that time, spirulina was a part of Aztec civilization's diet. Aztecs were the peoples who were the creator of Mayan civilization. Spirulina is also widely used in Africa. Botanist Clement wrote, according to local opinion, dye, as in it looks like a color dye, the green color dye, is in African regions, it advantageously replaces meat as the main source of diet during the time of scarcity of meat because spirulina is so nutritionally dense. In fact, during those times of scarcity, at one point in time in Africa, spirulina was the main source of protein for the tribes. Since we are talking about the nutritional density of spirulina, so when we compare it on gram per gram basis with other protein sources, so let's say per 100 grams, spirulina contains 6 times more protein than eggs, 2.5 times more vitamin B12 than meat, 7 times more calcium than milk or dairy products, 50 times more iron than spinach, that's a big number, 25 times more beta carotene than carrots, and 5 times more potassium than bananas. So basically these statistics validates the claim related to the nutritional density of spirulina. And it doesn't end there. Furthermore, to add to the nutritional value of spirulina, we have all the vitamins from A to Z. It is a great antioxidant with all the vitamins and minerals in the condensed form. So when we talk about vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, K, B complex. When we talk about minerals, it has calcium, magnesium, manganese, copper, iron, zinc, selenium, phosphorus, and other antioxidant chemicals like carotenoids and chlorophyll. It also contains essential fatty acid GLA, that is gamma linolenic acid. So the whole idea that how does spirulina contain all of this, that is the best part. As I mentioned earlier, spirulina is formed by cyanobacteria. So cyanobacteria uses the light from the sun and it creates all these nutritional values into that biomass for its own survival. And that's how spirulina is so nutritionally dense. So, these were some big claims about spirulina, and they have been made since historical times, since the times of the Aztec civilization. But even in today's time, some of the most prominent international organizations swear by spirulina and the nutritional value of spirulina. For example, spirulina has been a staple food for the astronauts by NASA. It has also been approved by Food and Agricultural Organizations of United Nations. And the biggest of them all, WHO, World Health Organization, hailed spirulina as the greatest food on this earth. Do I need to say anything more about the nutritional density or nutritional value of spirulina? I believe I proved my claim, right? So let's move further into the presentation. Let's now talk about the benefits of using spirulina. Of course, number one, with all the nutritional density, it is a superfood. Second, it is an acid balancer. Spirulina has anti-radiation properties. Spirulina also is anti-cancer. And one of the biggest advantage of spirulina, it is anti-allergy. On this note, guys, I quickly want to put in my little testimonial for all of you because it is important, when people use the products and they gain from it, it is our responsibility to share that testimonial. So basically, when I talk about myself, I was suffering from chronic sinus for 15 years of my life. I tried using corticosteroid, all kind of antihistamine spray available in the pharmacy. And my condition only got worse. My nose had wounds inside my nose. I couldn't breathe properly at night. I could not sleep because of blocked nose, and I had to get up at 5:30 or 5 a.m. in the morning with sneezing, non-stop sneezing, and any kind of dust or pollen could create that effect on me. So I start sneezing anywhere, and my nose completely get jammed and blocked and unable to breathe. And that's when I explored about spirulina like almost 2 years ago. And within, I would say, 3 months of using spirulina, my symptoms of sinus started disappearing one by one. And guys, today, in front of you, I can claim that spirulina literally changed my allergic condition. Today, I don't have sinus like at all. There is no sinus in my life anymore. Of course, along with spirulina, I also use cordyceps and ganoderma and clear lung tea. But like I said, spirulina was the main backbone of my entire protocol. And after that, I have helped so many people with allergic condition just by using spirulina along with clear lung tea and other products. So that was my little experience with spirulina, and I am sure there are so many other people in this world who are benefiting from this. So before I elaborate more on these specific benefits one by one, let me first clarify a bit about why is Green World spirulina so good or so effective in comparison to other spirulina products that are available in the market. Let's talk about that. Number one point on my list here is purity. Green World spirulina is 99.73% pure. Next important point in my eyes is the absorption rate by old and sick people is 86%, because in old age it becomes difficult for people to absorb all the nutrients from the food because their digestive system becomes slightly weak. But the best part about Green World spirulina is that even in cases of those people, the absorption rate is 86%, and for common people it is 90%. 90% absorption rate is an incredible percentage. And one of the main reason for this absorption rate is the purity of our product, that is 99.73%. That makes it so easily absorbable by everyone. As per the atomic absorption and atomic spectrometry testing, Green World spirulina does not contain any heavy metal pollution. With spirulina, that is the most common problem that we find in so many samples of spirulina, is that they get contaminated while sitting on the shelf of supermarkets. And that is the best part about Green World spirulina. There is no heavy metal contamination. It is free of microcystin pollution. Now, I'm gonna throw some light on the basic characteristics of spirulina as superfood. What all does it contain? Number one, it does contain low and good fat, that is good omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. It is rich in proteins. Spirulina contains 8 essential amino acids. Abundant amount of vitamins and minerals, all that you need is there in spirulina. Contains a list of antioxidants from A to Z: beta carotene, chlorophyll, B complex, selenium. Alright guys, now let me elaborate on those health benefits that we get from consuming spirulina. So starting with number one, it is an acid basic balancer. So what does it mean? It basically means spirulina adjusts the pH balance in our body, and pH value is basically for our body to be healthy and to be free of all infections or cancerous diseases, our body needs to be more alkaline rather than acidic, because acidic environment is like a thriving ground for cancerous cells or diseases and infection. That's why we should always target to have a more alkaline base of our pH base basically. And due to our lifestyle eating all kind of junk food, burgers and pizzas and pasta, of course we all eat them once in a while, right? But when we start consuming these foods more often, and on top of that add other things like pop sodas or any sugary drinks, alcohol, and even general stress in life, all this increases the acid level of our body. And that's why people start suffering from inflammation and various illnesses and disease. So that's where spirulina plays such a crucial role. It adjusts that acid balance and provides us more alkaline environment in our body by reducing the acidity. So basic healthy human pH level is generally 7.35 to 7.4, and when it comes to spirulina, spirulina thrives in the environment of 8.5 pH value in those lakes and ponds. The environment for spirulina, the alkaline level is 8.5. So just imagine when we consume that spirulina, it automatically brings the balance to that acid level in our body. Alright, second important benefit is anti-allergy, and I shared my experience, but let me show one important study which was conducted about it. So I'm quickly gonna read this study for you guys. A study published in the spring 2005 issue of the Journal of Medicinal Food indicated that ingested spirulina made a significant improvement in human patients with nasal allergies, also known as allergic rhinitis. This typical randomized double-blind clinical study shown that allergic rhinitis sufferers who took 2000 mg spirulina every day experienced significant improvement in their allergy symptoms. In my case, when I started for my sinus, I used to take 3 grams spirulina, that is 3000 mg every day. Alright, so now let's move on to the next benefit, and that is anti-radiation. Now, this is a big one. So here on the screen, I'm going to show you something, guys, and this is very important because these photographs speaks a volume about spirulina. So just have a look at this slide, and I'm going to start reading the details. Years after the Chernobyl disaster, 4 million people in Ukraine and Belarus continued to live in dangerously radioactive areas. Over 160,000 children were victims of radiation poisoning, with birth defects, leukemia, cancer, thyroid disease, anemia, loss of vision and appetite, and depressed immune system, called Chernobyl AIDS. Earthrise donated spirulina to children of Chernobyl hospitals in Belarus and Ukraine in 1989. Now, this passage is from the book Spirulina World Food by Robert Hendrickson. Furthermore, a Russian patent was awarded in 1994 for the use of spirulina as a medical food to reduce allergic reactions from radiation sickness. Doctors reported spirulina's health benefits for child victims of Chernobyl radiation. Spirulina reduced urine radioactivity levels by 50% in only 20 days. This result was achieved by giving 5 grams a day to children at the Minsk, Belarus Institute of Radiation Medicine. The institute program treated 100 children every 20 days. So from these real life incidents, we get to learn so much about the anti-radiation properties of spirulina. I believe this further gives us more confidence in this wonderful natural ingredient. Let's move on to the next important benefit of spirulina, and that is anti-cancer. So once again, I'm going to show you a slide, and I'm going to read a passage from the study which was conducted. A study from the Department of Microbiology and Immunology at Hokkaido University Graduate School of Medicine in Japan indicates spirulina's tumor fighting abilities may come from its ability to boost natural killer cells. Natural killer cells are a part of our own immune system. They help to kill cancerous cells in our body. So I believe those were some very encouraging real world facts and studies which have used and proved these benefits of spirulina on real people who were suffering from tumors or radiation problem. So guys, I'm feeling very good about spirulina. I mean, I always feel good about spirulina, but I'm sure even you guys are feeling good about spirulina. So let's move a little further now. So now I'm going to talk about who all can use spirulina? Well, honestly, everyone can use it. Of course, I will share the precautions also. But for now, I would say that number one, people who are on diets for weight loss or for weight management, because in cutting down calories from their diet, they miss on essential vitamins and nutrients. So that's where spirulina comes in, because it will provide them that much needed protein, minerals, and vitamins without any extra calories. Then it is great for athletes and bodybuilders. At again, it provides those 8 essential amino acids which are required for muscle growth and recovery from sports activities for athletes. In general, people who are trying to achieve optimum nutritional benefits. Then malnourished individuals, of course junk food eaters, because in that junk food they don't get any nutritional value, but when they put in spirulina in the mix, at least their nutritional deficiencies will be covered by spirulina. And it is incredible for strict vegetarians, because in vegetarian diet, even though I always vouch for the vegetarian diet, but it does miss on certain essential vitamins and minerals. So that's where spirulina gets into the mix and provide that much needed nutritional boost. People with compromised immunity, it strengthens their immune system. Like I discussed earlier, it gives a boost to our natural killer cells, and that's how it strengthens the immunity. Then people exposed to regular radiation, so that includes all of us, because we are exposed to radiation all the time. We are using our mobile phones 24/7. It's always here or in our hand. We are playing games or watching videos. So this radiation is always around us, and spirulina incredible at fighting radiation. Then in case of people who have just completed their chemotherapy and their bodies are weak because they need that recovery from that harsh chemotherapy treatment, in that case spirulina comes into the picture and provides them that much needed recovery support. People at the last stage of terminal diseases. Yes, this is a sad stage to be in, but spirulina could provide that much needed nutritional benefits and those fighting abilities by strengthening the immune system. Alright, so now let's talk about the suggested use. What should be the right dosage? So Green World Spirulina capsule, one capsule contains 500 mg of raw spirulina. So I would say that as per my personal experience and usage and a lot of people that I know, 3 capsules 3 times a day is good in case of severe cases. So that provide approximately 3 grams of spirulina or 3000 mg of spirulina. In case of people who are active and healthy and they need that nutritional strength and stay optimal in their activity level, for them I would say that 2 capsules twice a day is also good, as it will provide them 2 grams of spirulina, and that should be good enough for them. Now, one important point is that consume spirulina only with water. Avoid milk or any other dairy product to consume spirulina. And in fact, even after consuming spirulina, give a long gap of at least 45 minutes or 1 hour before you consume any dairy product. Furthermore, in your daily routine, just add another half liter of water, as it will help with better circulation in your body, and it will be better for spirulina and more beneficial for you. Let's talk about some precautions now. So children, pregnant and breastfeeding women, they must consult with their doctor before starting spirulina. If the doctor is okay, because mostly in these conditions, women are on certain medications, and those medications can interact with spirulina. So it's better to consult with your doctor and let them design a protocol for you in which you can accommodate your spirulina. Next is, it is not recommended for people with liver or renal failure, and the reason for that is spirulina has a high protein content, and due to compromised liver and kidneys, their body might not be able to process it properly, and it might have other severe effects. That being said, I still don't want to discourage anyone even in those conditions. The best bet would be, again, to speak with your physician and let them know they might be able to design a better protocol with your medication and accommodate spirulina into it. Just don't do it on your own. Consult your physician. Alright, so the next slide is for all the women and even for men who want to look beautiful and have glowing skin. So beyond all those nutritional benefits of spirulina, it throws in a bonus for all of you, and that is for the rejuvenation of the skin. You can even make a face pack with spirulina. Open the capsule, take out the powder and make your face pack. Alright guys, so that was all the information I had about spirulina, and in fact, in words, this is the best I could do to describe this incredible product. Rest all depends on you using it. Use it. Enjoy the benefits and the world of spirulina. I'm sure your life will become much beautiful and greener by using this green world, green spirulina. See you guys next time with another product. Till then, stay healthy. Bye.